Who has phobia? What type of phobia that you have? As you know, a phobia is a type of anxiety disorder that means a constant and excessive fear of an object or situation. According to the World Health Organization, WHO, 6.8% of the global population experience a phobia at some point in their lifetime. I have one taller friend who has a good body shape and a very brave and also handsome. One day, we hung out at the restaurant and started talking about random things. When he actively shared stories, suddenly he stopped talking. He looked down anxiously and then he jumped off his chair. Do you know why? That is because there was a kitten around his feet. So, good morning to my lecturer and my fellow friends. My name is Wan Nur Shazrina binti Wan Saidi and I'm sharing you the story just now because today I would like to talk about the types of phobias and their causes. Although there is no permanent solution for phobias, learning about the different types and causes of phobias can help people manage their fears and live more fulfilling lives. Now, let's move on to the first type of phobias, which is animal phobias. Animal phobia, which is known as zoophobia, are a type of specific phobia which is an intense and irrational fear of a specific object or situation. According to some studies, women tend to have higher rates of animal phobias than men. One study have found that 61.49% of female students and 38.51% of male students had zoophobia, which is the fear of animal in general. However, this statistic may vary depending on the type of animal, culture, and the age group of the participants. Although the specific causes of animal phobia are unknown, a combination of environmental and genetic variables are considered to be involved. Individuals who have a family background in phobia are more prone to developing phobia themselves. The example of animal phobia is ornithophobia, means fear of birds and chicken. You will scream and run fast when the chicken chases you. Secondly, arachnophobia means fear of spiders. You will be afraid when you see a spider and automatically your heart will beat fast. Lastly, gatophobia means fear of cats. It happens when you see a cat, you will run to a high place and jumping on a chair because you are tickling to a cat's fur. Now, you know that something about animal phobias. Let's look at the next type of phobias, which is situational phobias. Situational phobia focus on specific scenarios or places that must be encountered. This is because of a panic attack related to a particular object and situation. Statistics of adults with situational phobia in the past year shows the degree of impairment range from mild to serious, as shown in figure 2. An estimate 21.9% had serious impairment, 30% had moderate impairment, and 48.1% had mild impairment. This phobia can also be triggered by traumatic experience like being trapped in an elevator or a motorbike accident. People who suffer from situational phobia may take tremendous measures to avoid the phobic scenarios even if it means foregoing activities or situations they like. There are 3 examples of situational phobia. So the first one, if you fear travelling by aeroplane, means you have acrophobia. This is because you are afraid of heights, so you will avoid using aeroplanes when you go travel. Then the second example is when you fear of a small or enclosed place. It means you have claustrophobia. You won't get enough oxygen in the enclosed place, so you will find it hard to breathe. Lastly, a person with acrophobia may avoid going to the top of the tall buildings or riding a roller coaster. If you let the phobia haunt you, it will affect your mental health. People who struggle with phobias should be treated with therapy or medications to get a happier life. There are 2 main types of therapy used to treat phobias. The first one is cognitive behavioral therapy, which is CBT, might help you recognize and fight the negative ideas and assumptions that trigger you. CBT will help you challenge this mindset and replace it with a more realistic one, such as even if I go to a higher spot, it's doubtful that I might collapse or die. The second one is the process of slowly exposing yourself to the phobic item or scenario in safe and controlled surrounding is known as exposure therapy. You could start by looking at the photos or watching video of spiders and continuing to be in the same area as spiders. Understanding the different types and causes of phobia allows people to gain more insight into their anxiety and learn how to cope with it more effectively. According to the Nelson Mandela, the brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. I have understood from this quote that bravery is not defined as being fearless, but rather confronting and overcoming our anxieties. If you suffer from a phobia, it's critical to note that you are not alone. Many people suffer from phobia and there is assistance available. You may overcome your fear with therapy and support and live a full and productive life. That's all from me. Thank you for lending me your ears.